Guys, deluded. I'm back again. Q&A. Obviously, you saw the first vid. Apologies to. I believe his handle is "Don't use this." I believe I missed out your question. I only saw as soon as I finished it. Apologies. You guys know I go above and beyond to make sure no one's question gets missed out. I always see a lot of messages. Oh, DG, you miss out my thing. You miss out my thing. Apologies. It's not on purpose, people. It's really not. I promise you. I try, bruv. I try. I give you guys as much time as I can before I make a vid, so I can give guys as much time as possible to ask questions. But don't use this as asked. What was his question? Bro, this is how I'm a shambles. Where is everything? Here it is. Here we go. What did you ask me? An 11 of your favourite players who don't play for Arsenal. So I've got a lot of players.
What's that, guys?
Pardon me. There's a lot of players. You guys know I've got a lot of players that I like. I'm gonna try and exclude. I tried to write it down quickly, and obviously it's to make it a bit better. Exclude Messi and Ronaldo because they're up there for me, and yeah, like I'd probably go keeper. I don't really have a favorite keeper, to be fair. I can appreciate Neuer, can appreciate De Gea. Can appreciate them, but if it was to be favourite of any sort or close to being a favourite, I'd say Lafont of Toulouse, or he probably depart the club soon. But Toulouse, I like him a lot. Like I like him a lot. He's a good keeper. I believe he's going to be at the bigger club soon. He's still young, still needs to develop, and in a day and age where potential is a buzzword and a wrong buzzword, yeah, man, he needs patience. But if any keeper is going to be my favourite, it'd probably be him.
Oh, sorry, people, man.
Then you got Lafont. Right back's an easy one, to be fair. There's not really that many right backs that I would say I like are my favourite. I'm trying to focus on the word you said, favourite. Dani Alves, he might be past it by his own standards, but I mean he assisted Messi the most times. I mean he epitomises the modern fullback. He has fun with it. He's someone as a young adult slash teenager I tried to model my game on. Is someone that I tried to, along with him, Ashley Cole, Evra, and a couple of the others that I looked at. So Dani Alves. Marcelo, modern day fullback, he's improved defensively, he's still shaky defensively, but if you've been watching Marcelo, he's like, the man's a winger, a 10, he runs onto the other side of the flank, he does skills, he somehow managed to recover, and all without combing his hair. So Marcelo's got to be there. Again, I don't really have any favourite centre-halves per se, but if I had to, I'd probably say I'm feeling Varane. I was going to put Godin, because for me, Godin's probably the best centre-half in the world, to be honest. I know it's probably not, but he's the only sort of centre-half for me that defends how I want to defend if I have a team, because he's very old school like that. But I'm going to give it to his young countryman, Jimenez. I like Jimenez equally, and yeah, man, he's the younger one, so it'd be easy to put God in there. So I'm going to say Jimenez. And I do believe to a degree Varane is overrated, not in the sense of his ability. I just believe at times fans, for all players, when they see the word ability, they get gassed and can't separate perception from reality. Like he's quality, but he's still got a long way to go, and he's improved a lot. For me, he's one of the best centre halves as well. Come a long way. He's come a long way. Concentration's improved, especially at set pieces. I remember 2014 World Cup, Hummels bullied him. He's improved in that aspect. I love Varane. He's quick. He can play with the football. He's going to be a serious player in a couple of years' time. Well, he already is a serious player, but Varane. Midfield is where it gets political. I really wanted to slap Isco in there, but I've got to go with my guy Iniesta. I believe if Messi and Ronaldo weren't a thing, he'd be winning the Ballon d'Or, to be fair. And obviously there's Neymar in that. But Iniesta, the man's career is more or less finished, and he's still balling out at his last ever World Cup and things like that. Amazing player. Didn't score too many goals, but when he did, you just go and look at 9 times out of 10 Iniesta has scored in some semi-final somewhere, some quarter-final, making the difference in somewhere. Like, talk about picking your goals. Obviously, oh yeah, stuff. I could have put Cesc Fabregas to a degree here, to be honest. Not really the Chelsea one, but Cesc there. Obviously, courtesy of Cesc, he scored the goal that delivered his country the World Cup as well, and especially because of I don't want to say problems because it's not, but the personal issues he was going with the death of his close friend and things like that. It was a great way to kind of pay tribute. So Iniesta, I'm going to be telling my kids about Iniesta, so Iniesta's got to be there. And obviously if you saw what he was doing at Barcelona for years, I mean, you go back as far as 2006, he weren't a main starter in Barca's side like that. Well, when did he really come into Barca's side? Like actual, what he was doing with Xavi and Iniesta, probably 2007, 2008 sorts. So I'd probably say Iniesta. Modric has got to be there. Like, you can't have Iniesta and not have Modric. He's balling. Another one of the greatest modern midfielders, and another one I'm going to tell my children about. Like, he's went from playing as not a 10 but a more further forward sort of player, even a time unofficially on the flanks, and now he's this deep line playmaker slash whatever. He's just elite, man. The man's elite. Like, the man's elite in it. Casemiro helps a lot of them with Kroos, but Modric's elite, man. I like Kroos, but he's one of them, you know, them sick players you don't really have an opinion on. He's one of them for me. So that would be the two midfielders. 10 row, I'm going to put Moussa Dembele, to be honest. Moussa Dembele. I'm lying to you. Ousmane Dembele of Barcelona. Got potential to be a madness, but I'm a player. I never had skills, but I like to see people embarrassed. Not in the sense that I like to show men up, but I like when players do skills. It's a way of expression. It always annoys me when teams say have respect. What do you mean? Enjoy yourself. Do your skills. Dembele reminds me of someone that has played in the cage and hasn't. People have tried to coach that out of him, and he's still got it in him. He needs to find balance, but I enjoy watching him. You can't enjoy Ousmane Dembele and not enjoy Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe's got to be one of them as well. Mbappe, whatever you want to call him. Away from the football pitch, you guys have seen what he's done. I could sit here and talk about his footballing ability. That's abundant. He's gonna go down as a legend in my opinion. But for someone so young, he's got his head screwed on. He's trying to help Africa develop as a footballing nation region. Better yet, he's donating his quarterfinal money if France go to charity. He's meeting with presidents and things like that. He's a very switched on young man, and when you consider 18 months, 2 years ago, people knew about his ability, but the sudden rise and he's able to handle it. I rate him on the field, the movement, the passing, the skills. I love him a lot, man. Harry Kane, I know I'm an Arsenal fan, but Harry Kane, because I believed in him. Because the same way I was there watching Jack Wilshere grow up and play football, I was watching Harry Kane. Harry Kane, I've always said, and you can check my tweets, he's definitely got better technically. At the time, he was nothing to write home about, but what he knew how to score goals. He was one of them. You know them, man, they know, like, certain men are born to score goals. They know how to score goals. Kane is one of them, and to see him do this, and it's all been forgotten. He never came through at like 18, well, he did, but like at 18, 19, like how Rashford got into your first team and played games. If he did do that, imagine how Gazy's Premier League record could possibly be. He had to fight for his career at Spurs. It was actually in the balance, and obviously now you might as well say he's a Spurs legend. It's easy to be a Spurs legend. They don't win anything. Come on, Spurs. We're sixth. You guys got to allow me, man. My friends support Spurs. You might be getting on to me too much. But Kane's sick, bruv. Free kicks, the goals he scores, all sorts of goals. Like, Kane is someone, because I believed in him and he's finally got to do it. Like, I love Kane, innit? It's a shame that he plays for the boys down the road, but I love Harry Kane and I'm not afraid to say that, man. I think he's such a baller. Such a baller. Like, even the name, like Harry Kane, he's just one of them, man. It's like God, when your parents, obviously not to be disrespectful, when your parents concluded they wanted to have a child, it's like God said, all right, cool, I'm going to give you a boy called Harry Kane. He's going to be born to score goals, and that's it. The name sounds like someone that scores goals. So there's Kane, and arguably my most favourite on this list, my most favourite, Neymar. For me, another legend. Like, I love the man. Like, I love him. I love the skills. I love the showmanness. I don't know if he dives in. I'm going to be biased. I don't know if he dives. I don't ever see him dive. I don't ever see him roll on the floor. I don't see these things, people, in it. I only see the skills and the ripping, man. And his See You Next Tuesday levels are great, man. The way he's able to rattle teams and things like that. Like, I enjoyed doing that when I played grassroots as well. Like, I was calm. If you wanted to trouble me and you wanted to take things away from football, we can go that way. But I weren't disrespectful to anyone. But I knew how to rattle people. I love all of that, man. I love all of that. I used to always say, them man don't want it. They don't want it. Seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths. They don't want it. Look at that. Like, I could even tell you guys a story from a few months ago about how I was playing calmly. I was playing football calmly. One winger said a cheeky comment to me, and I locked it all off for the whole team, essentially. Just ruined their game. Rattling them, fouling them, and all them things there. But if you guys want that, comment. But that's for another vid. But in short, Lafont, Dani Alves, Marcelo, centre-halves in Varane and Jimenez, Modric and Iniesta, Ousmane Dembele in the 10 position, really should be Neymar, Mbappe, Kane and Neymar through the middle. Obviously, Messi, Ronaldo, these sort of men, obviously, I believe they've got to be everyone's favourite player nowadays, but them sort of men, I weren't really trying to include them because it kind of makes it dead, innit? Anyways, I hope I've answered your question, my guy, man, and this video's really gone on longer than I was planning, but guys, DG, I'm out, man. Comment, subscribe, you know the rest.